Hello everyone, welcome back to my educational channel Gyan Wizard. I am Ajmal. Today's topic for discussion is ionic or electrovalent compounds. Noble gases which have completely filled valence shell are in the most stable state. They don't show any tendency towards chemical reactions. Metals which are placed on the left side and non-metals on the right side of the periodic table. Metals donate electrons and non-metals accept the electrons. By doing so, they complete their valence shell and acquire the stable state. Let's see how the chemical reactions is formed between metals and non-metals and the resulting compounds so formed. Let's consider the case of sodium and chlorine. Sodium and chlorine. The atomic number of sodium is 11 and chlorine is 17. Its electronic configuration will be 2, 8 and 1. This is the K shell, L and M. For chlorine, it is the 2, 8, 7. K, L and M shells. Here, sodium can complete its octet by transferring one electron from its M shell. Similarly, chlorine can complete its octet by accepting one electron, then it will be M shell will be 8. Let's see, in this case, when atomic number is 11, number of protons equal to 11. Number of electrons is also 11. When sodium transfers one electron, then its electronic configuration will be Na and 2 and 8. We know that the magnitude of charge is same for both protons and electrons, but both are of opposite sign. In this case, the sodium has 11 protons and 11 electrons. One electron sodium has transferred, therefore the remaining number of electrons is only 10, while the number of protons is still 11. So plus 11 charge and minus 11 charge. So here in this case it has transferred one electron, therefore the number of electrons remains 10 only. So 11 positive charge and 10 negative charge. The net will be the 1 positive charge on sodium. That means by transferring one electron, the sodium 281 has become 28. Its octet is completed and it is now in the stable state. The sodium has become from Na to Na plus. The positively charged sodium is known as the cation. Let's see what happens to chlorine. This one electron, sodium will transfer to chlorine and it will become here number of protons equal to 17 and number of electrons is also 17. By accepting one electrons, chlorine plus one electron, this will become Cl minus. Here the electronic configuration was 2, 8, 7. It will accept one electron, then the number of the electrons will be equal to 18. That means 18 units of negative charge and there is only 17 units of positive charge. The net charge on chlorine will be 1 unit of negative charge. This is known as the chloride ion, anion. This one is negatively charged. This chlorine is known as the anions. Now we have formed a cation, so Na plus and anion Cl minus. The sodium, which have the one electron, it had donated to the chlorine. In this process, Na plus and Cl minus is formed. This is a positively charged cation, negatively charged anion. Between these two cations and anions, there will be a strong electrostatic force of attractions and which will bind them together, and this will result into sodium chloride. So we see that the sodium chloride is formed by transferring and accepting the electrons. The bond which is formed by transferring of electrons from metals to non-metals is known as ionic bond or electrovalent bond, and the compound form is known as ionic or electrovalent compound. Let's see the properties. Ionic bonds are solid and hard, but it's brittle. That means when we apply pressure to ionic compounds, it will break into pieces. Melting and boiling point of ionic compound is usually high because they are bonded together by strong electrostatic forces, and a reasonable amount of energy will be required to break the bond. Solubility of these ionic compounds are soluble in water. Here I will say like dissolves like. That means polar compounds will be dissolved or will be soluble in polar solvent, and non-polar compounds will be soluble in non-polar solvent. Ionic compounds are polar in nature. Water is a universal solvent, it's also polar in nature. The like dissolves like, that means these ionic compounds are soluble in water, but they are insoluble in non-polar solvents like organic solvents, kerosene, petroleum, etc. These ionic compounds in solid state don't conduct electricity because of the strong electrostatic force of attraction between cations and anions. They are bonded together, and there is no free ions for conducting of electricity. But in molten state or the aqueous solutions of these ionic compounds, the free ions will be available and electricity will be conducted. This is all about the ionic compounds. Hope you find this video useful and informative. Please like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for getting notifications on new videos. Thank you very much for watching this video.